As we understand and we know really well, we still see homeliness in marriage advertising. At the time at which I would have been described in a marriage ad, one saw homely in almost all ads. It was a necessary feature of what would make a good enough wife. Usually homely in this way means versed in the domestic arts, domestic sciences, which I had to take. I wanted to take carpentry instead, taught in schools, and domestic manuals that have a history from the 19th century onwards that train women in these domestic arts. But it seemed to me that homely, when it was carried over into domesticity in this way, also dragged along with it the notion of domestication, as in domesticated animal. This notion of domesticity, homeliness as propriety, proper, also weaves into the work of feminist African-American scholars that I turned to when I thought about it, what they call the culture of dissemblance, establishing a proper demeanor for African-American women who have been sexualized. Coined by the historian Darlene Clark Hine, who wanted to address the lasting legacy that rape and the constant threat of it had on women under slavery. Black women learned to conceal their sexuality, dissemble about their sexuality as a form of resistance. This then also linked up with what African-American historian Evelyn Brooks Higginbotham denoted as the culture of respectability, a public silence about women's sexuality. The effect is a paradox, one familiar to us in South Asia, which is that even as one can speak about sexual violence against women, rape, abuse, and such, one must at the same time not speak about desire on the part of women, their sexuality, and such, desire in its most voluble, pleasurable form. It's only when and if one keeps desire hidden away is one deemed worthy of respect. One is understood as being proper enough to deserve justice. If one is sexual or sexualized, the corollary goes, one doesn't fully deserve justice. Homeliness encapsulates within it then the culture of dissemblance and lays those into history and politics.